The Nimble Dodger by Gregory Acuna. Narrated by Stefano. Prologue. November 2000. Damascus, Syria. A taxicab came to a stop outside a small restaurant in Damascus. It was a regular and familiar stop for cab drivers in the bustling city. The restaurant only had 2 tables, a small counter, and a kitchen, all of which could be seen in its entirety from the dining room. 2 well-dressed men with neatly trimmed black beards, one holding a soft computer briefcase, the other nothing, exited the taxi and paid the fare in cash. The 2 men, Ali El Said and Mohammed Rahmani, were summoned to Damascus by their puppet masters to discuss operational details. The man holding the briefcase, Ali El Said, handed the driver the money and said in his European-accented Arabic, "Keep the change." The driver took the money and accelerated his taxi away in a cloud of exhaust fumes and dust. The 2 men didn't speak to each other. They simply looked at the outside of the restaurant and the address to make sure it was the correct location. It was. 2 large men wearing sunglasses and dressed in business suits were standing outside on either side of the doorway. They both had their hands folded in front of them. They were obviously armed, probably with small submachine guns tucked under their bulging vests. "I need to see your briefcase," said one of the big men as he reached for the computer bag. El Said gave his briefcase to the man and said, "Nothing but a laptop." The bodyguard looked at El Said, taking note of his European accent. "Cell phones, wristwatches, anything electronic, if you will," he said, as the other guard produced a black nylon bag. El Said and Rahmani complied. They emptied their pockets, took off their watches and jewelry, and handed them over. Neither of them were armed. After searching El Said and Rahmani, along with the contents of El Said's briefcase, the larger man handed the computer bag back to El Said and said, "Go in. They're waiting for you at one of the tables." El Said and Rahmani quickly entered the establishment. Once inside the small smoke-filled dining room, they saw 2 men in their late 40s sitting at a table drinking coffee. One was short, the other slightly taller. Their black beards were streaked with gray. There was no one else in the restaurant. One of the men motioned the 2 visitors to come forward. Both men at the table stood, hugged their newly arrived guests, and exchanged greetings with "Assalamu alaikum." The older man, Major General Muhammad Ali Jafari, commander of the Iranian Republican Guards, said, "Take a seat." Everyone took a seat around the small table. The shorter man, Major General Haij Qasem, Quds force commander, spoke next. "It's good to see you again, Rahmani. You've..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?